The UK Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, is under mounting scrutiny following its highly contentious decision to slash winter fuel payments, a move that has ignited a legal battle led by the trade union Unite. This policy shift has been widely condemned as not just an oversight but a deliberate attack on pensioners, triggering a wave of public outrage. Unite has taken decisive steps by launching a judicial review to compel the government to reverse what it describes as a catastrophic and unjust decision. The union has made it abundantly clear that it will not back down without a fight. Unless the government reinstates the payments, it will face significant legal ramifications. Unite's General Secretary, Sharon Graham, has fiercely denounced the government's actions, calling them a disgraceful betrayal of pensioners who have dedicated their lives to contributing to society. She lambasted the policy as reckless, hastily implemented, and utterly devoid of compassion. Pensioners, many of whom have worked tirelessly for decades, are now being forced into an unbearable predicament, choosing between heating their homes and affording basic necessities such as food and medication. Graham did not mince words when she labeled the decision as more than just flawed policy, but outright cruelty, vowing that Unite would persist relentlessly until justice is served. The backlash extends far beyond union leadership, as ordinary citizens and activists amplify their outrage. Unite organizer Joshua B. has openly questioned the government's priorities, challenging why pensioners are being targeted while energy corporations and the ultra-wealthy remain untouched. He argued that if the government is facing a financial shortfall, it should look towards taxing the astronomical profits of energy giants or implementing a wealth tax, rather than penalizing the most vulnerable. Instead, he asserted, the government has chosen to shield billionaires while leaving pensioners to suffer, a move he called disgraceful and indefensible. The legal battle is progressing swiftly. A formal pre-action protocol letter has been issued to Work and Pensions Secretary Liz Kendall, demanding the immediate repeal of the harmful regulations that were introduced in August 2024. The government has been given until November 7 to respond. Should it fail to act, the case will advance to a full judicial review in the High Court. Legal experts have already suggested that the government's position is highly precarious, pointing to its inadequate consultation process and the severe, disproportionate impact on vulnerable populations, factors that could render the policy legally untenable. For millions of pensioners, the winter fuel payment has been a vital lifeline, helping them manage the burden of ever-rising energy costs. Now, with funding drastically reduced and assistance limited only to those in extreme financial distress, public fury is mounting at an unprecedented rate. Critics across the political spectrum have accused the Labour government of betraying its fundamental values and abandoning those who need support the most. Social media has become inundated with desperate pleas from pensioners and their families, voicing their fears about the harsh winter ahead. Grassroots movements are swiftly mobilizing nationwide, demanding immediate government intervention. The timing of this crisis is particularly dire. Inflation remains stubbornly high, energy prices are still soaring, and pensioners, many of whom already struggle to stay afloat, are being pushed further into financial and physical distress. Without urgent action, thousands will be left in the cold, forced to ration their heating as temperatures plummet. This situation transcends political miscalculation. It represents a profound moral failure with potentially devastating consequences. Public frustration is reaching a boiling point, and the Labour government now stands at a critical crossroads. Will it persist with a policy that punishes pensioners while protecting corporate elites, or will it acknowledge its misstep and restore the payments before irreparable harm is done? The answer should be obvious, yet time is running out. If the government refuses to act, it will not only face serious legal repercussions but also the unrelenting fury of a nation determined to safeguard its elderly from enduring the bitter cold in their own homes. The stakes could not be higher, and the government's response, or lack thereof, will define its legacy for years to come.